Hello everyone and welcome to my plan with me for May 2018. I'm going to apologize in advance for how gravelly and crackly my voice sounds. I am currently sick. I'm working on it. Got a cup of water here. But I still wanted to bring you a video this week. I haven't been able to film really anything for Camp NaNoWriMo this week, which really sucks because I want to be able to film for you guys, but when I kind of look like death, I don't really want you to see me too much, even though you have seen me in really weird states. I'm really feeling kind of out of it this week. That being said, I want to get into this plan with me. If you didn't know, this is the counter of my new apartment. I moved last week, so in doing so, I actually left my tripod at home. I didn't get it until yesterday. So some of the pages are already created and we can still go through those, but they just won't be made for you now. So first things first, let's go and do a flip through of April. So April, I had this really nice bright, colorful pastel theme that I did. You probably remember me spending a really long time polka dotting this page. For May, I didn't really do anything fancy for the title page. I'm thinking of printing out some stickers or getting stickers possibly for it, but as of right now, I've not gotten there yet, and I'll explain what stickers I would have liked to get if I do get them later on in this video. So the first page for April is my monthly spread and my habit tracker. Again, we continued this really nice pastel theme, and I liked this gradient of colors that I did. It really just made the page pop for something that's fairly simple. Again, I like my pages to be fairly simple, but having that color just really made it something. As for the habit tracker, I did a pretty good job of tracking things this month. There were some days where I forgot to do things and I went back and did them all later on based on what I remembered happening. Other times I did not. I was really bad at working out until recently, and now I'm sick. So I don't know how that's gonna go. But I tried to do a cool funky pattern. It kind of worked, sort of didn't, especially over here until I got in the rhythm of it, but I don't know if I'm gonna do a pattern next month or what I'm going to do. Next we have my productivity tracker and my blog post and video tracker. My productivity tracker, while really cool to see all laid out, I was really bad at filling out. I actually filled all of this out the other day. I actually filled this all out the other day when I was sick. I just sat down and with my markers just filled out everything I could remember, and that's why there's some blank spaces. I have no idea what happened on Monday the 2nd. No clue. Like these couple days, I've actually not been in work, so where it says work, I shouldn't have filled in, but I filled it in ahead of time. Like, yes, I will be working, but I'm not working right now. But I definitely think it's good to see how your days are laid out, so I plan on doing something with this in May, but in a different format. As for my vlogs and videos, you can see week 3 vlog was crossed out because I moved and did not film anything. I actually have a few clips. But it's mainly me just being like, hey, watch me unpack or pack my life, and I was going to do a sped up version if I did more footage, but I didn't, so maybe I'll tack that onto this week's very short vlog and just like combine the two and be like, this is me moving, I didn't write, but I don't really know. My plan with me, which I'm filming, so I'll get to check that off after, that sort of thing. Then we got into my goals, which are just really simple. I was kind of bad about filling these out. Again, I really want to be able to use these pages, but I need to remember to use them. But I did fill in some of my gratitudes, like tea, melatonin, podcast, the sun, because the sun finally started to come out in the last week or so, which sucks because I'm sick, but we have been cracking the door to the apartment, just letting in the sun and the nice air. Let me get into my weeklies. This is just one of the weeklies that I do where I'll do the tasks and to-do lists on one page and pretty much what I need to do by day on the other. This was going to be a daily spread. That didn't happen. Again, sometimes I just don't have the ability to fully create these lists, so I just get like to-do lists that I'll create. But then there's other weeks where I have things like this, where I brought the purple back. I probably should have done this in black, or at least gone over it, but I didn't, and I think that's really good to show, is that not every week or every day is like this perfect creation. And I hope you're accepting of that, because I am, and if you're not, well, I guess don't watch my plan with me, but I hope you do, because I want to share my organizational skills. So after that little mini rant, so similar to, where to go, this structure where I have every day and then to-do list, I have each day gets a little block, what I need to do, and then a overall to-do list of things that I need to do for the week. That I can just check off things as I get through them. And I kind of carried that out throughout this week. I tried using the color, but I ended up using the wrong color, which sucked, but I still like the colors, and this is closer to what I want to create from here on out. So that brings us to May. I was not the greatest at using my stuff for April, but I plan on doing it for May, and you'll see that by my layout. You can kind of see it ghosting through a little bit. What I used for this was, first things that I used were just a mechanical pencil, which I traced over, or I used and then I traced over at a later time, and then my Signo Uniball pen 207, and it just has a pretty fine nib. Let me just do a little squiggle over here. You can see a nice dark rich black, and I really like this pen. So for May, I just hit red. My theme for this month is going to be red and black, because I actually get to walk and graduate from college this month, and red and black are my school colors. So I have a really nice red and black theme that will be going on through here. We're gonna add some bright touches to more of the pages as we go. So this is my spread for May, and we're gonna do a little bit here. Where it got a little funky. So let's zoom in a bit on here. For May, I'm going to actually be doing something a little bit different, where, let's get our markers out. I'm actually, let's put a little red touch here. I'm going to be using my monthly calendar sort of like how you would use the Calendex system. If you don't know, the Calendex series is something that was created by Ryder Carroll, who is the creator of the I have another one that's more recent, but we'll just stick with this one. Creator of the bullet journal, where you write out each of the months, and then you have the days of the month here. And each different color signifies something. So these were carried over from my last bullet journal, and I knew what these pages were. But say this said 37. I would turn to page 37 and see, okay, this is what I wrote for this day. This is what happened. This is the event that's planned for that day. So what I'm going to be doing is taking this sort of system where if I put a dot, like I'm going to put a dot, red dot here and here. And I'm going to know that these two red dots are important dates. And this is the English major dinner and graduation. So similar to that. So whenever I have one of these red dots, it means there's an important event that I need to remember. And then I can put those dates here. I'll go through later at a different time and put those dots. This to-do section is going to be like my monthly to-dos, things that I have to get done this month. So like something that I need to get done this month is I need to set up RG&E so that I can pay my electrical bill this month. Things like that. Really basic, but smaller so it's not taking up the whole page, and just getting back to that really simple idea. Over here, we have my habit tracker, as well as some social media things, as well as a carryover of this system here. So this, I have June laid out, and I've got upcoming events, so that I can do one of these little dots over here, so that any upcoming events that I know are happening in June, I can put here. So like my brother's graduation, I will write here. And any goals that I have for the month, just so that I'm not taking up an entire spread with something that I don't generally use, but it's there for me to look at when I do my habit tracker. YouTube tracker, so that I can make sure that I'm posting 6 videos a month, which is my goal, and 3 blog posts for the month. I'm also going to, when we get closer to May 1st, write here the number of subscribers that I have at the beginning of the month, at the end of the month, Instagram, and average blog views for that week. I have to figure out how to generate that number. But this is just going to be like an all over spread, and as you can see, like, the pages don't have, or the lines aren't perfectly straight. Not all the boxes are the same size, and really, that's okay with me. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. And it's just what I want it to be. And then this is where I'm going to do my weekly spread. So it's really, we're going super simple in May. I may end up actually having each day be its own spread. So we'll see. I'm going to do the first week in May on here first. So we'll get that started after we do some touches here. But I'm really keeping it as simple as I can this month. And that's just for my own sanity with everything that I feel I have going on. Even though it's not a ton, it still feels like a lot. All of the book things that I have planned, things like that. I'm starting to really get into making sure that's all organized. So let's get some touches in. Was the sticker. It's not a sticker, I drew W for my school, but I would like to get some stickers that are like graduation hats and the letter W for my school. And then my daily spread, really simple. It's just the date. This is going to be what my productivity tracker is. So each hour will be filled in with what I was doing, whether I was sleeping or working on a project, that sort of thing. I did it in the past, and I found that, having tested out a couple different things, that this is the best system for me because I see it every day and I can fill it out. When I fill it the next day, I can go back and go, okay, I did this. Boho Berry, if you follow her on YouTube, does something similar where she plans out what she wants to do with her time. Well, I find that interesting. I like seeing what I did do with my time versus what I hope I do, because I think I'm going to do so many things and I really don't. So with that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm sorry that I sound like a dying goose. Be sure to subscribe so that I can have my count go up before the month starts. Leave a like, leave a comment if you use the bullet journal system, and send some recommendations of people that you follow. I really like watching these videos and I'd love to get some more people to follow. So with that, I will see you next month with another plan with me, and later this week with a NaNoWriMo big conglomeration vlog. Thanks.